Ulambayar of Mongolia in the blue and Rahimi of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the red. Surenjav Ulambayar leads the way down the grand staircase, all 50 steps, John, and we know because you counted.
I did. I actually counted them 3 or 4 times because I messed it up a couple of times, and I was like, because there's another little mini staircase after that, so I had to factor that in. But it's the big steps now towards the final 3 steps in the podium, and of course Mongolia and Iran both in with a real shout here.
Yeah, and we say we have good seats in the house, but we don't quite have as good a seats as the referees. They are as up close and personal as it can be, and judging, amongst many things, the degree of rotation in the spinning kicks as well to award those extra points, which marks Taekwondo out in that stylistic sense, to get the rotation and create high-scoring matches. Surenjav Ulambayar of Mongolia, the 24-year-old who finished with a bronze medal at the World Championships last year, a silver medal at the Asian Para Games last year, and earlier this year she got the gold at the European Championships. She's going for gold once more. She competed in the European Championships, by the way. Mongolia hasn't changed continents that quickly, but in Para Taekwondo, the Continental Championships are open to foster the development of all practitioners around the world, and she arrived in Belgrade and left undefeated. She's trying to do that in Paris again. But Zara Rahimi, the revelation, just 15 years of age, from Tabriz in northern Iran. She's looked in fantastic form and with a calmness that belies her years as well out on the mat. Zahra Rahimi here to fight for gold. Xiaoqian beaten in the first contest, Stumpf, and then Japaridze taken down thereafter. Experienced practitioners, but none of them with that zip and the fizz in the feet that Zahra Rahimi has. Elizaveta Tarasevich is the referee.
And you mentioned that calm beyond the years of the 15-year-old there, just in your shot in red, Zahra Rahimi. I'm sure that Atafe Keshvaraz, the coach in the corner, has got a lot to do with that, to set that attitude, just to encourage that type of performance. And also self-belief, it comes from within. And of course, she's justified in that belief in terms of her performance on the tour, as we hear the big kia from both, the big shout. But of course, Surenjav Ulambayar, as we have seen, has had an excellent game plan. Eren Batar Naren Chimeg, the coach in the corner, former fighter at the world level by way of Pungseng High School, and now of course the Mongolian head coach, and they'll have studied exactly what's required, and that shot will help.
Ulambayar with the first points in the gold medal contest. Shot to the trunk for 2. Back kick to the trunk for 3 in Para Taekwondo, and then the full 4 points for a spinning kick to the trunk. No headshots allowed in Para Taekwondo. You see the visor there as well to aid the safety.
And speaking of safety, almost just running into a bit of danger there, Zahra Rahimi, but got the presence of mind to pull back, avoided the back kick. But there's just signs. I think 9-10 years the senior, Ulambayar at 24. So she's just got a little bit more strength behind these kicks. So the Iranian just quite wisely taking her time here, maintaining that wide, safe distance. That back kick's a problem, though.
And the Mongolian goes and doubles her money with that. She's quite often been ahead, Zahra Rahimi, in I think all 3 of her matches so far. She's taken that lead and then settled and built on it, and now the challenge is different. So that was a back kick for 3, of course, so that's why it's a 5-point lead. And here we go, the decision to take a step back from the Iranian camp.
Yeah, Atafe Kejafaraz deciding to play that early there in terms of getting that break. Cool heads required with the ice pack on, because the game plan hasn't quite worked. The reason for that, the preparation here, we saw it in the previous matches. Surenjav Ulambayar rock steady with her game plan, obviously in top condition. And that's paying off for her here. That little bit more experience, that little bit more power. And a very useful 5-point lead. That's the back kick. That's the timing and the technique that you require. You've got to turn your shoulders and crack it off the protector. The Iranian team will be looking for a bit of a response now from Zara Rahimi. But the big key eye, the big shout for Surenjav Ulambayar. She's in with a shout already of gold medal consideration. Still plenty of work to do though.
Sorry, John, it's a not inconsiderable gap, is it? The 5 that she's accrued already. For Rahimi, a chance again for us to see just how level-headed she can be on this biggest of stages.
That's better. Cracks one in with the left leg there. Made a good pop off the protector. There's no doubting the desire for Rahimi, or indeed the quality. She'll just be hoping that Ulambayar maybe runs out of energy, but it's probably a vain hope, to be honest. The Mongolian looking very steady.
At 15 years of age, her opponents don't know her limits. She might not even know her own limits yet. Over the next 2.5 minutes, she might go to places she's never been to before in a contest and take this all away from everybody.
As the scoreboard is momentarily taken away, but we'll keep you up to date. It's 5-0 still. Ulambayar has that gap. But Zara Rahimi, as you say, trying to summon up that strength in these last, we're into the last 2 minutes now. There we go, it's back again. But of course, you mentioned that no limit in terms of desire. She's certainly fearless, and she's learning on the job. So the first couple of minutes were a little bit wayward. These are much better, and you can see herself frustrated, thinking, how much more do I need to do to score here? So much better from the Iranian now, forcing the fight.
The blocking and covering, so good from Ulambayar. Looks for that back kick, but Rahimi had closed the distance too much by that stage. 90 seconds or so. It's still 5 points, but signs that that could be eaten away quickly if Rahimi just connects with the first 2 points, or 3 or 4. Just open up the valve.
Narendran Bata, Naren Chimeg, the coach happy. That was obvious the game plan from the semi-final as well. Back kick, not just a high scorer, it also intimidates your opponent. It's the one kick that when you walk into it is zero fun. The other ones you don't feel you're in the flow of the game. The back kick stops you in your tracks. It gives you that pause for thought. But there's not much time left now for the Iranian. A chip and a charge required now if she wants the Paralympic title.
Ulambayar's form coming into Paris 2024 over the last 12 months or so suggested someone who was really getting things together, and she's climbed high already in this weight category. At Worlds, at Europeans, she's looking for the very top step now. 15 seconds to go. Still no score from Rahimi. Hard to believe. Here it comes, though, for 2 to the trunk. Can she score with something in these final few seconds? Defensive work is good from Ulambayar. She needs to continue that on, and she'll take it. She takes it away from Rahimi. She takes it away from the West of the weight class. And now the pressure valve truly blows. And Mongolia, with just a third gold medal in their history at the Paralympic Games. It's come at the Grand Palais, it's come in Para Taekwondo. And she was resolute, she was rock solid, as tough as the ironwork that holds up the ceiling in the Grand Palais.